How to make better choices, 12 guidance points. Our decisions have a significant impact on our life. They influence our future in several ways. However, the majority of individuals aren't fully aware of the true impact of many of their decisions. They live their lives without giving any thought to the things they think or do. While there are things in life beyond our control, we still have the ability to make choices that will help us achieve our objectives in life. Having said that, you might experience a great deal of uncertainty over the choices you make to guide your relationships, finances, profession, and health in the direction you choose. If you find yourself in this situation, you might want to consider refining your decision-making technique. Here are some practical suggestions for improving decision-making. Number 1. Describe the problem. Explain the problem. Making an informed decision is challenging if you are unclear about the true nature of the problem. You can eliminate irrelevant details and concentrate on the decisions you are actually making by providing a clear outline of the problem. Begin by saying to yourself, "What I need to decide is." Additionally, consider what is driving you and why making this decision is important or vital. By doing this, you'll be able to better understand the impact of your choice. Perhaps you're thinking about getting a new car. Why is it something you need or want? Do you have the money? Can you afford to make the required payments? You can make wiser selections if you are aware of the pertinent concerns. Step 2. Take charge of your feelings. Your decisions may be influenced by your feelings toward a certain matter. It is crucial that you acknowledge and manage your emotions as a result of this. You may avoid danger because of fear or uncertainty, which might have an impact on other aspects of your life. For example, if you are nervous about signing a loan agreement, you might also avoid making other, less hazardous actions, such as asking for the raise you might be due. On the other hand, if you are a highly energetic person, you can be far too optimistic about your chances. If the payoff is large enough, you may be willing to take significant risks, regardless of the likelihood of success. One such example of such behavior is gambling. So think about whether you are feeling unduly hopeful, scared, excited, or depressed. Give careful thought to how these emotions might be influencing your choices. Third, steer clear of information overload. Avoid over-decline in information. Individuals prefer to believe that they are making wise choices. Why not? 2. That makes perfect sense. However, a lot of people find themselves caught continuously obtaining information in an attempt to be as certain as possible about any given decision. This may cause the decision to be postponed indefinitely. Evaluate the information you now have and determine which of it will help you make the best choice at any given time. Knowing which information is necessary and which is not is useful. If you find yourself thinking about a decision incessantly, give it some distance from your thoughts. Try everything to distract yourself from it. This will allow your mind to concentrate on the important things again. Number 4. Don't depend on the views of others. Never believe what other people think. You will probably get differing advice if you ask other people what you should do, which might make it much harder for you to choose what is best for you. After all, the values of other individuals will influence how they interpret a given situation. Furthermore, you will feel more perplexed and uneasy the more outside viewpoints you obtain. Of course, there are some exceptions. Speaking with others who will be impacted by your choice is totally acceptable. Prior to making a choice, it is crucial to consider them. Number 5. Make choices that are consistent with your principles. Ensure decisions are consistent with your values. Making decisions that are consistent with your basic beliefs will inspire you to follow through on them. You will never be persuaded that a significant decision you make is the correct one if it conflicts with your strongly held beliefs or personal values. You must, however, give careful thought to what your basic beliefs and ideals are before you can do this action. It is essential to have a clear understanding of what matters most to you. Put the values that you feel most strongly about in writing. After you've done that, you can determine whether or not your choices are in line with them. Number 6. Put the decision behind you. Remove yourself from the choice. Making any decision might be challenging if you are overly emotionally invested in it. Thus, make an effort to see the problem from a third-party viewpoint. Assume that someone else made the choice. This will help you view problems with greater objectivity. For illustration, let's pretend you are debating whether to leave your current position and pursue a new one. Act as though you are giving someone else advice about a choice they should make. You can study the situation without becoming personally invested by taking a step back and viewing it from a more detached angle. As a consequence, you will be more equipped to weigh the potential outcomes of any decision. It will also assist you in managing your emotions if you apply this strategy. Number 7. Consider the benefits and the risks. Weight the risks and the profits. Every choice has possible risks in addition to intended outcomes. While contemplating a choice, enumerate possible results, both favorable and unfavorable. You ought to think about the potential effects on other people as well. Every choice has advantages and disadvantages. Even though practically every choice you make will include some level of risk, make sure it will produce outcomes where the benefits outweigh the drawbacks. Assume for a moment that you are thinking of purchasing a new home. The benefits of making this purchase could include increased room, a nicer location, and access to affordable mortgage rates. One of the drawbacks can be higher monthly expenses. You might also think about how it would impact your entire financial status. What are the worst outcomes you could have from your choice? What are the obvious benefits? Furthermore, what would happen if you made no decisions at all? Recognize that not choosing is a decision in and of itself. Number 8. Steer clear of common pitfalls. Avoid common failures. Your decision-making process has a direct impact on how well you think and make decisions. You can still make a poor choice even after you've described the problem, gathered helpful information, and weighed the advantages and disadvantages. It is critical that you recognize the habitual behaviors and preconceived notions that may influence your decision-making. Often, it is difficult to make adjustments, but not impossible. However, a choice that pushes you outside your comfort zone and indicates a different course. Comfort zone is ideal most of the time. Never choose a course of action just because it suits you. We frequently look for knowledge that just serves to validate our pre-existing desires. We refer to this phenomena as confirmation bias. Verification of bias. Regardless of how unsettling it may seem, gather information and consider all the options before you. Make a plan of action. Create an action plan. Number 9. It is insufficient to just decide on something. You should decide what actions you must do to carry out your decision. A schedule for each phase and a plan for integrating those parties impacted by your decision should also be included in your action plan. For instance, there are several things you might need to take care of if you plan to go on vacation. Make sure your responsibilities are covered while you are away by giving your employer plenty of notice. It might be wise for you to review your financial situation and consider making some savings. Plan your exact itinerary, reserve your lodging, and create a timeline for completing these tasks. 10th. Be faithful to your choice. Agree to your selection. Don't wait around or second-guess your choice. You've made up your mind, now go. Commit yourself to ensuring the success of your choice. Your decision has not done anything if you are hesitant because you are not sure about it or because you are thinking about other options or modifications. Choose, then act. Making a choice can be somewhat challenging. You can take an interminable amount of time deciding what to do because you want to do it properly. You won't, however, be able to reap the benefits of your choice if you don't follow through. For example, if you procrastinate too long to apply for that new job, someone else might submit an application and be hired. You'll be left out. Tip number 11. Make a backup plan. Establish a restoration plan. You will not always choose the right course of action. No one does. Occasionally, you can be forced to make snap judgments due to a lack of knowledge or time. Having said that, you presumably weigh a variety of choices when choosing a choice. Therefore, you might have the opportunity to do it over and try out a different alternative, or you could just start the decision-making process over if your choice does not turn out the way you had intended. Evaluate your choices. Number 12. Evaluate your choices. People tend not to reflect on their previous choices. However, you may improve your future decision-making by reviewing and analyzing your previous choices. You will be able to tell which of your judgments worked, which didn't, and most importantly, why, when you look back on them. This will assist you in making your next decision. Consider asking yourself if you were happy with the outcome of your choice. Is there anything I could have done better or differently? What lessons does it teach me? Making wiser selections can have a big impact on how you live your life. You'll be able to decide more quickly and with greater confidence if your decision-making process is effective. You'll avoid a great deal of pain and save time. These suggestions demonstrate that you can improve your decision-making abilities. Making even a couple of these adjustments will improve your decision-making. How then do you come to your decisions? Do you act on impulse? Do you consider everything? Do you often put things off? We are curious. Comment and share your ideas below. Give this video a thumbs up if you think it's helpful and tell your friends about it in case it can also benefit them. Remember to hit the notification bell and subscribe to our channel for more videos just like this one. Don't forget to watch our other videos as well. Thank you for viewing.